Really good song. It's sort of like a bluesy, bluegrass kind of song called Truer Words Never Spoken. See, how many times have you gone to some party? You can go to some party and you want to meet some girl, hang out with some guys, touch base with a couple of people here and there, maybe somebody in your line of work, your business, what have you. And you go to the party and you're there for, half an hour or so, and you touch base with the people you wanted to touch base with, and you wind up talking to the girl that you wanted to talk to, and everything's going great guns, right? And then all of a sudden you just stay because you figure you're having such a good time, why leave? And you stay and you overstay your welcome, and all of a sudden, the girl sort of is not so interested in you anymore, and the people you touch base with, they're thinking, I don't know about this guy, and the whole thing, the whole evening sours, right? It happens to everybody. You overstayed your welcome. You were there too long. See? You have to know when to leave, and it's a hard art to master because it is an art, okay? The art of knowing when it's time to go is something that you should be thinking about all the time whenever you go someplace, or whenever you're at any situation where you can leave whenever you want to. This can be something as trivial as a party. It can be something as important as your job. You're at your job, you've been there 3 years, and are you learning anything? Are you growing as a man? Are you getting more experience? Or is it the same old routine? Are you making more money? Hey, maybe you're making good bank, and so it's worth your while to stay some more. But are you really making more? Are you learning more? Are you growing more? No? Then it's time to go. Never overstay your welcome. Never stay longer than absolutely necessary in any place. See? Because it's very tempting. It's very tempting to stay longer, to overstay your welcome. It's very tempting to maintain a static situation. For instance, a job. You're at this job and you've been there 3 years. And you're making good money, not great money, not like millions, but you're earning a decent living. And it's a job that you can handle. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm happy here. Why should I change? Well, why should you change? Because you want to grow, right? And you're a young guy. You want to grow, you want to see more of the world, you want to grow more as a man, learn more of your skills, bump up against your limitations, and perhaps even push those limitations back. Well, you can't do that if you're in a static environment, if you're in a comfortable environment. See? So that's why, for instance, in a job, when you realize that you're not getting anything out of it, when it's the same old, you move on. In a relationship, same thing. You're with a woman and you've been with her for a while. Are you advancing? Because ultimately your goal is to have children. You want to have children and a family, right? Because that is what will make you happy. And you might think, no, it won't make me happy. I'm a young guy, I'm 20-something, and screw having kids, Shut up. It'll make you happy to have a family, to have children of your own. It'll give you something to live for. It'll drive you forward in a way that little or nothing else in your life ever will. And you'll be happy for it because you'll get a lot of satisfaction out of it. Okay? You want to have kids. You want to have children. And so, with the woman you're with, you have to ask yourself, is this relationship moving forward? Is it? Is it not? If it's not, if it's comfortable, that's great, but you have to be looking at the door. You have to be checking your watch. You have to be moving on. See? Because if a relationship is not moving forward, then what the hell are you doing it? Why? What exactly is the point? If you're actually learning something from the relationship, again, bumping up against your limitations and perhaps pushing them back a little bit, it's perfectly fine to stay in a relationship. Even if it's, not going anywhere. And even if you know that nothing is going to come of it. That's perfectly fine if you're actually learning something, if you're developing something. If it's just because it's a good lay, that's not such a good reason. Well, it's a semi-good reason. Semi to 3/4 of a good reason, but not a whole good reason. You know what I'm saying? My point, to repeat, know when it's time to go. Be aware of the clock. Because your time is limited on this earth. And like I always say, the days are long, but the decades are short. Decades get behind you before you know it. So don't stay in a situation for no good reason. Don't overstay your welcome. The secret to a long life is knowing when it's time to go.